guys, I am Tony. Welcome to Simple Advantage and happy Halloween. I hope you're having a great day. If you're gonna go out and, celebrate the holiday, then stay safe out there. So today I am doing my first review of the Alienware R11 that I ordered a few weeks ago from Dell. I know it took a little bit to get the review up, but if you guys have been following kind of the whole journey with this thing, I had to get some tech support, which I did a review on the Alienware tech support, and it was great tech support actually, very fast, very efficient, and they did a wonderful job, very easy to work with. So today I want to talk about kind of where I feel this computer lands as far as performance goes. And just to do a refresher, the specs that I've got on this machine are almost base model. The only difference, the only thing that isn't base model on the Alienware R11 is I upgraded the GPU to the GTX 1660 Super. It's only $30 more, and then chose the black chassis, which made it $30 less. So basically the same price as if you just went in and bought the cheapest version of the R11. So with that said, we've got the 1660 Super, 8 gigs of RAM, and the Core i5 10400F processor in it. So this computer, I think it is going to be a good option for a lot of people looking for a specific category. And what I mean by that is I would fit into this category. I'm somebody who is a casual gamer. I maybe game maybe 4 hours a week. It's not a lot because I work a full-time job. I do this YouTube channel, and then I have also some other hobbies. So I just don't have a ton of time to game, but I do like to hop on the weekends and play a few rounds. So what I did for my test of the performance of this machine was I played the games that I like to play. I didn't go out of my way and go for, the big titles that maybe other people play right now. I didn't do any Rocket League or Apex or anything. I did some League of Legends, some PUBG, and some Left 4 Dead, because those are the games that I typically play. And this computer performed kind of how you would expect for a lower end pre-built computer. And that's where I think this computer is going to come in and be a great option for people who want a few things. They want a low cost gaming PC, because it really isn't that expensive compared to other options. You're going to be spending around $900 if you get the build that I got, and I will put a link in the description to the exact build that I got, just so you guys can see. And I would say if you have the money and you have the wiggle room, I would suggest getting an SSD and an extra 8 gigs RAM in it. I'm planning to. I'm just decided to do it later on than when I first ordered. I think that those two things would very much benefit the system. Now, as far as the other things that you would want that would give you reasons to buy this PC is the cost. And then if you're just somebody who likes to game casually, you're not doing anything super hardcore, and maybe the frame rates and stuff don't matter. It doesn't matter if it's absolutely perfect every single time you play. This thing isn't gonna get bad frame rates, don't get me wrong. But if you're somebody who's super picky about that and you don't want any dropped frames ever, and you want to play on the highest settings all the time, this probably is not the computer for you. For me, in PUBG, it ran best on medium settings, and I felt like when I put it on high settings and tried to go, fully into it, I was getting a little bit of lag and some drop frames, and it wasn't unplayable, but it was uncomfortable, I guess. Switching it to medium settings, just generic medium settings, I felt like that was a good in-between. And I'm really weird like this. I actually, when I play shooters, I always play on low settings because I don't know why, but they make me like motion sick, like I get nauseous. So usually that's not a big deal for me, and I'm kind of used to playing on the lower settings. And even during the test, I had to go and turn it down to the lowest settings so I wouldn't start feeling, you know, nauseous after a little bit. But yeah, I think it's one of those that if you're okay with playing a shooter and being on, you know, medium settings, I think you'll be fine. And of course, your internet plays into that as well. You want to make sure you have a good internet speed when you're doing this type of stuff, because you can have a huge beastly computer, but if your internet isn't very good, then, you know, it's kind of a waste. But as far as League goes, I was hitting probably about 160 on average, maybe 160 to 180 frames per second in the games. I honestly didn't experience any lag at all when I was playing League, which League isn't a huge, you know, demanding game, but it's kind of nice when it just runs real smooth, you know. The other game that I played was Left 4 Dead, which it's an older game. I mean, it ran well, and there was a few times where I had a little bit of hiccups and stuff, but I think that was more either the game being old or my internet. It didn't feel like the computer. And, you know, once I got past that, because it seemed like when I very first got into one of the games it did that, and then after that point, like, everything was all good. So if you're somebody who is looking for a really easy gaming PC, I think this is a great option because the cost is right. And I know people say that Alienware is overpriced, but in my opinion, on these low-end models, I think they're actually fairly fair, to be honest with you. And I think the price is good. I think the performance is good for the price. And I don't think you're going to have any trouble not being able to play any games. You just keep in mind there will be some games that you can't play at the highest settings, but I'm planning to keep this computer for probably about 4 years. That's what I did with my last Alienware base model Aurora, and it served me well. I never came across a game that I couldn't play on it, and I think that'll be the case here. And I think it's just nice to have the good tech support that Alienware provides. Like I say, some people's experiences might be different from mine, but I had an excellent experience with Alienware's tech support. They literally, I live in a very rural area. They came out here in 2 business days, replaced the hard drive, and I haven't had a single issue since. And actually the tech even left me his number in case anything went wrong afterwards, so I could contact him immediately. And it was a very smooth experience. So if you want something that is a hassle-free, you know, mid-level gaming computer, I think this is a great choice. And so that's my preliminary review of the Alienware R11. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and I'm pretty happy with the purchase. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like and sub would be super appreciated, and I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. Have fun and be safe.